Buckle up for a thrilling journey through the darker corners of Hollywood, where the glitz and glamour often mask the sinister realities behind the scenes. This exploration dives deep into the lives of actors whose on-screen personas are eclipsed by real-life scandals and controversies. From shocking feuds that have left lasting rifts in the industry to jaw-dropping actions that have tarnished reputations, this list reveals the complex and often troubling behaviors of those we admire on the silver screen. Each actor brings a unique story, showcasing a blend of talent and turmoil that captivates and horrifies. As we unveil the 70 most evil actors in Hollywood history, prepare for a mix of disbelief and intrigue as the facade of stardom gives way to the unsettling truths lurking beneath. The tales of betrayal, manipulation, and moral ambiguity will keep you on the edge of your seat, reminding us that in the world of entertainment, not everything is as it seems. Bill Murray's impressive talent as an actor often takes a backseat to the conflicts he has experienced on set. Known for his comedic genius, he has had his share of disagreements with co-stars and directors that reveal a more complicated side to his personality. One notable example is his tumultuous relationship with Richard Dreyfuss during the filming of What About Bob? Their clashes reportedly stemmed from Murray's unpredictable behavior and Dreyfuss's desire for a more structured work environment. This tension created a challenging atmosphere on set, which was further complicated by Murray's unique approach to comedy that sometimes clashed with the visions of those around him. Additionally, his relationship with director Harold Ramis became strained during the making of Groundhog Day. Despite their successful collaborations in the past, their differing creative visions led to significant disagreements. This conflict ultimately affected their friendship, showcasing how Murray's strong personality can overshadow his remarkable talent. The complexities of his character highlight that behind the laughter and iconic roles lies a man who has navigated the tricky waters of Hollywood with both brilliance and strife. Charlie Sheen was once one of the highest-paid actors on television, known for his role in the hit show 2.5 Men. His charm and talent made him a household name, but behind the scenes, his life was unraveling. As the years went on, his behavior became more erratic. Sheen faced serious issues with substance abuse, which led to public outbursts that shocked fans and the media alike. His struggles were not just personal, they spilled into his professional life, causing significant turmoil on set, and leading to his eventual departure from the show. Legal troubles also plagued Sheen during this time. He faced multiple lawsuits and allegations related to his behavior, which further damaged his reputation. Despite his past success, he became known more for his chaotic lifestyle than for his acting skills. The public watched as Sheen's fall from grace unfolded, transforming him from a beloved star into a controversial figure in Hollywood. His journey serves as a reminder of how quickly fame can turn into infamy, as he struggled to regain control over his life amidst the chaos. Throughout his career, Chevy Chase has been a celebrated figure in comedy, known for his roles in iconic films, and as a member of the original cast of Saturday Night Live. However, behind the laughter, there have been troubling accounts of his behavior towards co-stars. Reports from his time on SNL suggest that he often clashed with fellow cast members, creating a tense atmosphere. His sharp wit and comedic genius were sometimes overshadowed by a perceived arrogance, which left many feeling uncomfortable. In addition to his early years, his time on the television show Community further highlighted this less commendable side. Chase's interactions with his co-stars were marked by conflict, and he reportedly had difficulty getting along with the cast. His behavior on set was described as problematic, leading to a strained working environment. This discord not only affected his relationships with the cast, but also impacted the overall dynamic of the show. While his comedic talent is undeniable, these incidents reveal a complexity to his character that contrasts sharply with his public persona as a beloved comedian. Bill Cosby's transformation from America's beloved TV dad to a convicted sexual offender marked a shocking fall from grace, highlighting a stark contrast between public persona and private actions. For decades, Cosby was celebrated as a family-friendly icon, known for his role as Dr. Cliff Huxtable on The Cosby Show. This show was a cornerstone of American television in the 1980s and 1990s, portraying a successful African-American family and promoting positive values. Cosby's charm and humor won the hearts of millions, making him a trusted figure in many households. However, beneath this friendly facade lay a troubling reality. As allegations of sexual misconduct began to surface, the public's perception of Cosby shifted dramatically. Accusations from numerous women painted a picture of a man who had exploited his fame and influence for decades. The revelations were shocking, leading to a criminal trial that ultimately resulted in his conviction for sexual assault. This drastic change from a beloved star to a convicted felon serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of public personas and the hidden truths that can lie beneath them. Cosby's story reflects not only his personal downfall but also broader societal issues regarding power, trust, and accountability. On screen, Steve McQueen captivated audiences with his undeniable charisma and rugged charm. His performances in films like Bullitt and The Great Escape showcased his talent and unique presence. However, behind the scenes, McQueen faced significant challenges. His relationships with co-stars were often strained, marked by tension and conflict. Reports suggest that his demanding behavior created a difficult work environment. Colleagues sometimes found it hard to deal with his strong personality and high expectations. This complexity made McQueen a fascinating figure in Hollywood. He was not just a talented actor, but also a man grappling with his own demons. His off-screen struggles added depth to his public persona, revealing a side that was often hidden from the audience. This contrast between his magnetic performances and the difficulties he faced in his personal life paints a picture of a man who was both a star and a troubled soul. Ben Stiller's off-screen behavior has sparked discussions among fans and industry insiders alike. While he is known for his comedic roles in films like Zoolander and Meet the Parents, reports suggest that his personality behind the camera can be quite different. Allegations of unreasonable demands on set have emerged, painting a picture of a man who may not always align with the affable characters he portrays. Some crew members have described experiences that indicate a level of jerkinesses that contrast sharply with his on-screen charm. This complexity adds layers to his public persona, leading many to question the true nature of the man behind the laughs. Stiller's reputation for being difficult at times can overshadow his achievements in the entertainment industry, making it clear that the world of Hollywood is often more complicated than it appears. These insights reveal a multifaceted individual, challenging the notion that comedic talent equates to a pleasant demeanor off-screen. Dustin Hoffman's reputation in Hollywood is marked by a mix of remarkable talent and a complex personal history. Known for his outstanding performances in films like The Graduate, Rain Man, and Tootsie, Hoffman has earned numerous accolades throughout his career. However, behind the scenes, his behavior has often drawn scrutiny. Many colleagues have described him as difficult to work with, citing his intense methods and demands on set. This reputation for being challenging is compounded by serious allegations of sexual misconduct that have surfaced in recent years. These accusations have sparked discussions about accountability in the film industry and have led to a reevaluation of Hoffman's legacy. While his cinematic achievements are undeniable, the darker aspects of his personality and actions cannot be overlooked. This duality creates a complex picture of an actor who has made significant contributions to film, but whose off-screen behavior raises important questions about morality and respect within the industry. Transitioning from a beloved TV doctor to a figure surrounded by controversy, Patrick Dempsey's journey highlights the complexities of fame in Hollywood. Best known for his role as Dr. Derek Shepherd on the hit series Grey's Anatomy, Dempsey initially captured the hearts of many with his charming portrayal of the ideal surgeon. His character became a fan favorite, and he enjoyed immense popularity during the show's prime. However, as his fame grew, so did the pressures that came with it. Reports began to surface about diva-like behavior on set, suggesting that the pressures of stardom may have taken a toll on his personality and work relationships. The transformation from a beloved actor to someone who exhibited challenging behavior illustrates how fame can lead to significant changes in a person's demeanor and attitude. Ultimately, these issues contributed to his exit from a successful show that had defined his career for over a decade. This shift serves as a reminder of the darker side of celebrity culture, where the spotlight can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences. Alec Baldwin's reputation for being difficult is well known in Hollywood. His public outbursts and conflicts with photographers have shaped a complex image that often overshadows his considerable talent as an actor. Many people remember Baldwin not just for his performances, but also for his fiery temper and confrontations. Instances of him clashing with the media have made headlines, painting him as a volatile figure. This image creates a stark contrast to the roles he plays on screen, where he often portrays charming or charismatic characters. Despite his success in film and television, Baldwin's behavior has led some to question his professionalism. His interactions with fans and the press can be unpredictable, sometimes resulting in heated exchanges that leave a lasting impression. This duality in his persona raises interesting questions about the nature of celebrity and how personal behavior can influence public perception. While Baldwin's talent is undeniable, the challenges he faces in managing his public image continue to complicate his legacy in the industry. Alec Guinness's distinguished career was marked by a remarkable range of performances that showcased his talent and versatility. He is perhaps best known for his iconic roles in films such as The Bridge on the River Kwai and Star Wars, where he portrayed characters that left a lasting impression on audiences. Despite his celebrated on-screen presence, his private life revealed a different side. Guinness was known for his strong sense of control, often maintaining a level of distance between his public persona and his personal feelings. This desire for privacy extended into his complex family life, where he navigated relationships that were sometimes strained. He had a deep commitment to his craft, yet this dedication sometimes came at the cost of his personal connections. The contrast between his on-screen characters, often filled with emotion and intensity, and his reserved nature in real life paints a picture of a man who was both a brilliant actor and a private individual, striving to balance his professional and personal worlds. Burt Lancaster's reputation in Hollywood is marked by a mix of brilliance and volatility. He was known for his exceptional talent and strong screen presence, which made him a favorite among audiences and filmmakers alike. However, behind the scenes, his behavior could be quite tempestuous. Lancaster was not afraid to express his opinions, and this sometimes led to intense confrontations on set. His passion for his craft often translated into physical altercations with co-stars or crew members when he felt strongly about a scene or direction. This fiery temperament contributed to his complex legacy in the film industry. While some admired his dedication and intensity, others found his behavior challenging and difficult to work with. This duality of being both a revered actor and a controversial figure makes Lancaster a fascinating subject in the history of Hollywood. His ability to command attention on screen was matched only by the drama that surrounded him off-screen, solidifying his status as one of the most memorable actors in cinematic history. Kirk Douglas was a unique figure in Hollywood, known for his charm as well as his fierce determination and temper. This combination created a wild and unpredictable edge to his image that captivated audiences. His performances often showcased a deep intensity that drew viewers in, making him a memorable actor of his time. Douglas was not just another pretty face. He had a powerful presence that demanded attention. His roles in films like Spartacus and Paths of Glory highlighted his ability to portray complex characters who faced moral dilemmas and personal struggles. The unpredictability in his personality often translated to the screen, where he could shift from being charismatic to intense within moments. This duality made his performances compelling and kept audiences guessing what he would do next. Douglas's fierce determination was evident in his career choices and his willingness to take on challenging roles that others might shy away from. He was not afraid to push boundaries, both in his personal life and in his work, which contributed to his reputation as one of the most intriguing actors in Hollywood history. His legacy is marked by this blend of charm and intensity, making him a standout figure in the world of cinema. Known for his sharp wit and unique comedic style, W.C. Fields carved out a distinct place in Hollywood history. His off-screen persona was marked by a cranky demeanor and a clear disdain for authority, which resonated with audiences who appreciated his authenticity. Fields often portrayed characters who were misanthropic, cynical, and prone to humorous misadventures. This reflection of his real-life attitude made him stand out in an industry that often emphasized polished facades. His comedic genius was not just in his delivery, but also in his ability to convey a sense of genuine rebellion against societal norms. Fields was a master of using his gruff exterior and sharp tongue to entertain, making him a beloved figure despite, or perhaps because of, his unfiltered nature. This authenticity left a lasting legacy, influencing many comedians who followed in his footsteps, showcasing the power of being true to oneself in a world that often demands conformity. James Dean embodied a spirit of defiance both on and off screen, igniting the Hollywood status quo and leaving a lasting impact on the industry. His brief but powerful career was marked by roles that resonated deeply with audiences, particularly in films like Rebel, Without a Cause, East of Eden, and Giant. Dean's portrayal of troubled youth struck a chord during a time when American culture was shifting, and his performances brought a raw, emotional honesty that was rare for that era. He challenged traditional notions of masculinity and the expectations placed on young men, becoming a symbol of youthful rebellion. Off-screen, Dean lived a life that mirrored the complexity of his characters. He was known for his intense personality, artistic pursuits, and a relentless quest for authenticity. His tragic death at a young age only added to his legend, cementing his status as an icon of both film and counterculture. Dean's influence can still be seen today, as he inspired countless actors and filmmakers to embrace their individuality and challenge societal norms. His legacy is a testament to the power of cinema to reflect and shape cultural attitudes. The spirit of defiance that Dean represented continues to resonate, making him a lasting figure in Hollywood history. Groucho Marx was celebrated for his quick wit, which made him a unique figure in Hollywood. His sharp tongue and clever humor often turned co-stars into unintended targets of his verbal jabs. This playful banter became a hallmark of his performances, allowing him to establish a legacy of laughter that has endured through the years. Groucho's comedic style was marked by a blend of sarcasm and charm, making audiences laugh while often leaving his fellow actors scrambling to keep up. His ability to deliver one-liners and quick comebacks showcased his talent for improvisation, which was rare in an era when scripted dialogue was the norm. Groucho's humor was unfiltered, pushing boundaries in a way that was both refreshing and provocative. Many of his films feature scenes where his sharp remarks create a comedic tension that is both engaging and entertaining. This talent for humor not only made him a beloved actor, but also a pioneer in the world of comedy, influencing countless performers who followed in his footsteps. His legacy lives on as a testament to the power of laughter and the art of clever wordplay. Despite his image as a rugged hero and a symbol of American masculinity, Gary Cooper led a life filled with complexity and contradictions. His on-screen persona often depicted him as a noble and virtuous man, embodying the ideal qualities of a leading man in films like High Noon and Sergeant York. However, off-screen, Cooper's life told a different story. He was known for his playboy tendencies, indulging in numerous romantic affairs that often made headlines. These relationships were not just fleeting, they were tumultuous and filled with drama, challenging the wholesome image he cultivated in Hollywood. His public affairs included entanglements with some of the most glamorous women of his time, which often led to confrontations and scandals. Cooper's charm and good looks attracted many, but his inability to maintain stable relationships created a pattern of heartbreak and conflict. His affairs sometimes even led to public disputes, revealing a side of him that contrasted sharply with his film roles. This duality in his life raises questions about the nature of fame and the pressures that come with it, showing that even the most celebrated actors can struggle with personal demons. The contrast between his public image and private life paints a picture of a man who was far more complicated than the characters he portrayed on screen. Spike Lee is a renowned film director known for his striking visual style and thought-provoking narratives. His off-screen demeanor, characterized by abrupt endings to public appearances and displays of poor sportsmanship at award shows, has sometimes contradicted his celebrated directorial talent and commitment to filmmaking. A two-time Academy Award winner, Lee's work often explores complex social and political issues, delivering powerful messages through diverse storytelling techniques. Despite the contrast between his on-screen and off-screen persona, Lee remains a significant figure in the world of cinema, influencing aspiring filmmakers and shaping the way audiences perceive race and society in America. Despite his immense success on television, Milton Berle was often criticized for his large ego and tumultuous personal life. He was known for his brash personality, which sometimes overshadowed his talent. Berle's career took off in the early days of television, making him a household name. However, behind the scenes, his behavior could be contentious. One of the most notable incidents that highlighted his contentious nature occurred at the MTV Video Music Awards. During this event, he had a public altercation that drew attention and sparked discussions about his character. This incident, along with various reports of his difficult relationships with colleagues, painted a complex picture of the man behind the laughter. While many adored him for his contributions to comedy and television, others found it hard to overlook his ego and the drama that seemed to follow him. His legacy remains a mix of admiration for his talent and criticism for his behavior. Known for his charming smile and adventurous spirit, Errol Flynn was a swashbuckling actor who dominated Hollywood in the 1930s and 1940s. His roles in films like Captain Blood and The Adventures of Robin Hood showcased his talent for portraying daring heroes. However, his off-screen life was filled with chaotic escapades that often overshadowed his film career. Flynn's reputation as a womanizer was well known, with numerous affairs and tumultuous relationships that contributed to his larger-than-life persona. His cavalier lifestyle included lavish parties, heavy drinking, and a penchant for trouble, which frequently landed him in the headlines. Flynn faced legal issues, including a high-profile trial for statutory rape, which further complicated his legacy. Despite his talent and charisma, his personal life painted a picture of a man who lived on the edge, making him a controversial figure in Hollywood history. His life reflected the drama and excitement of the roles he played, leaving a lasting impression on the film industry. James Stewart's revered Hollywood status is enriched by his wartime service, which adds depth to his legacy beyond his on-screen roles. Known for his distinctive voice and everyman charm, Stewart became a beloved figure in American cinema. His performances in classic films like It's a Wonderful Life and Rear Window showcased his ability to portray vulnerability and strength. However, what many may not know is that Stewart's contributions extended far beyond acting. During World War II, he served as a pilot in the Army Air Corps, flying combat missions in Europe. This experience not only shaped his character but also influenced his later roles, where themes of courage and integrity often emerged. Stewart's commitment to his country earned him a place of respect, highlighting a multifaceted life that resonated with audiences. His blend of talent and bravery created a lasting impact, making him a significant figure in Hollywood history. Sean Penn's off-screen behavior has often overshadowed his impressive acting talent, making him one of Hollywood's more controversial figures. Known for his intense performances in films like Mystic River and Milk, Penn's career has been marred by a series of violent incidents and public outbursts that have drawn significant media attention. His temper has led to confrontations with paparazzi and even physical altercations, which have raised eyebrows and sparked debates about his character. In addition to these incidents, Penn has been vocal about his political views, often expressing them in a manner that some find confrontational. His passionate activism can be seen as admirable, but it has also contributed to a perception of him as a divisive figure in the entertainment industry. Many fans and critics alike struggle to reconcile his undeniable talent with his erratic behavior, leading to a complex legacy. As a result, Sean Penn remains a polarizing character in Hollywood, where his skills as an actor are frequently overshadowed by his tumultuous personal life. His actions serve as a reminder that the line between genius and controversy can sometimes blur in the world of fame and film. Robert Mitchum's cool on-screen demeanor made him a captivating presence in Hollywood. He often portrayed tough, brooding characters, which matched his rebellious off-screen personality. This duality added layers to his film roles and contributed to his legendary status. Mitchum was known for his laid-back attitude, but this often clashed with the Hollywood system. He had a reputation for being difficult, which made him both admired and controversial among his peers. His nonconformist spirit was evident in his personal life, where he often rejected the norms of the industry. This rebellious nature not only shaped his career, but also influenced the roles he chose. He was not just an actor. He was a symbol of defiance against the constraints of Hollywood. Mitchum's ability to bring a sense of danger and authenticity to his characters made him a standout figure. His legacy continues to resonate, making him one of the most memorable actors in the history of cinema. Mel Gibson's career faced a steep decline following a series of controversies that shocked many fans and industry insiders. Known for his talent and charisma, Gibson enjoyed tremendous success in the late 20th century with iconic films like Braveheart and Lethal Weapon. However, his image took a drastic turn when he made anti-Semitic remarks during a DUI arrest in 2006. This incident not only drew widespread condemnation but also led to a significant backlash against him in Hollywood. In the years that followed, further allegations of misogyny and abusive behavior surfaced, painting a troubling picture of his personal life. These controversies overshadowed his professional achievements and led to a reduction in opportunities for leading roles. Many in the industry distanced themselves from him, and projects that were once in the pipeline were either canceled or shelved. Despite attempts at redemption and a few successful projects later in his career, the damage to his reputation had been done. The rapid fall from grace serves as a cautionary tale in the world of Hollywood, where public perception can shift dramatically and irreversibly. Bruce Lee's assertive off-screen personality often left a significant impact on those around him. Known for his strong opinions and dedication to martial arts, he sometimes found himself at odds with others in the martial arts community. His desire to promote his own philosophy and approach to martial arts led to reported conflicts with traditionalists who were resistant to his innovative ideas. This assertiveness, while admirable in many respects, contributed to a complex legacy that some viewed as controversial. In addition to his professional conflicts, personal controversies also surrounded Bruce Lee. His intense work ethic and drive for perfection sometimes alienated those close to him. Stories of his demanding nature and high expectations created a mixed perception among peers and fans alike. These layers of his personality paint a picture of a man who was not just a martial arts icon, but also a figure whose life was marked by struggle and conflict. This complexity adds depth to his legendary status, illustrating that even the most celebrated figures can have a multifaceted and sometimes contentious legacy. William Shatner's behavior has often sparked controversy and led to a tarnished reputation among fans and peers alike. One notable incident that contributed to this negative perception was his decision to skip the funeral of his co-star, DeForest Kelley, who played Dr. Leonard McCoy in the original Star Trek series. This absence was felt deeply by many, as it seemed to demonstrate a lack of respect for a fellow actor and friend. Additionally, Shatner has had a history of conflicts at conventions, where tensions have arisen with fans and fellow cast members. These incidents have fueled a narrative that portrays him as difficult to work with and self-centered. As a result, he has earned the unflattering nickname Captain Jerk, a play on his iconic role as Captain James T. Kirk. This nickname reflects the disappointment of fans who once admired him for his on-screen heroism, but have since seen a different side of the actor that contrasts sharply with the values his character represented. His actions have left a lasting impression, shaping how many view him in the Hollywood landscape. Pierce Brosnan, known for his suave roles and charming demeanor on screen, has displayed a contrasting side during public events and professional engagements. Reports of his rude behavior have surfaced over the years, casting a shadow on his otherwise polished image. While many fans admire his performances in films like James Bond, the actor's interactions with fans and media have sometimes revealed a less gracious persona. Instances of him being dismissive or unkind to fans seeking autographs or photographs have raised eyebrows. His demeanor at press conferences has also been noted, with some critics pointing out moments where he seemed uninterested or impatient with questions. This behavior can be surprising to those who admire his on-screen charisma and charm. The duality of his public persona highlights the complexities of celebrity life, where the image presented to the world can often be at odds with personal conduct. As viewers continue to enjoy his films, the less favorable accounts serve as a reminder that actors are human, with flaws that may not always align with their public personas. William Hurt is an actor known for his roles in films like Body Heat and Broadcast News. Despite his talent and acclaim, his public image is clouded by serious allegations. Many former partners have accused him of causing harm during their relationships. These claims paint a troubling picture of his behavior off-screen. Furthermore, reports of unprofessional conduct on set have surfaced, leading to a growing reputation for mistreating women. This has contributed to a perception of arrogance surrounding him. While Hurt has received numerous awards and nominations throughout his career, including an Academy Award, the darker aspects of his personal life cannot be ignored. His legacy is complicated, as the brilliance of his performances is often overshadowed by the negative stories that emerge about his treatment of others. This duality makes him a controversial figure in Hollywood, raising questions about the line between an artist's work and their personal conduct. Richard Dreyfuss is known for his strong opinions and candid nature. Throughout his career, he has not only won acclaim for his acting, but has also faced personal struggles that have shaped his public persona. His outspoken nature often puts him in the spotlight, as he is unafraid to voice his thoughts on various issues, including politics and the film industry. This willingness to speak out sometimes leads to controversy, making him a polarizing figure in Hollywood. Off-screen, Dreyfuss has battled with personal challenges, including issues related to substance abuse. These struggles have impacted his life and career, leading to periods of reflection and change. Legal issues have also marred his reputation at times, adding to the complexity of his character. Despite these challenges, he has continued to work in film and television, demonstrating resilience and a commitment to his craft. The combination of his talent and his tumultuous personal life creates a multifaceted image of Richard Dreyfuss, making him a unique figure in Hollywood history. Tommy Lee Jones stands out in Hollywood, not just for his talent, but also for his grumpy demeanor and often harsh interactions with co-stars and journalists. His reputation for being difficult is well known, and many stories circulate about his blunt nature. For instance, there was a notable incident where he made a reporter cry during an interview, showcasing his lack of patience and sensitivity in such situations. This behavior has led to mixed feelings among fans and industry peers alike. While some admire his straightforwardness and dedication to his craft, others find his personality off-putting. His serious approach to acting often translates into his off-screen persona, making him a controversial figure. Despite the gruff exterior, his performances are undeniably compelling, captivating audiences with depth and intensity. This complex mix of talent and temperament contributes to his unique place in Hollywood history. Frank Sinatra's career was marked by a unique blend of charm and complexity. His smooth voice captivated millions, allowing him to become one of the most beloved singers of the 20th century. Yet, behind that velvety exterior lay a sharp wit that could cut through the air like a knife. This duality created a fascinating persona that drew admiration from fans and resentment from rivals alike. Sinatra's ability to connect emotionally with his audience made him a star, but his assertive personality and sometimes ruthless approach to business left some feeling uneasy. He was known for his fierce loyalty to friends and a vengeful streak against those who crossed him. This combination of charisma and edge made him a complex figure in Hollywood. Many admired his talent and style, while others were wary of his temper and the darker aspects of his life. This interplay of admiration and resentment shaped Sinatra's legacy, making him a subject of intrigue and discussion long after his passing. Peter Sellers was known for his incredible talent in comedy, bringing joy and laughter to audiences around the world. His performances in films like Dr. Strangelove and The Pink Panther showcased his ability to create memorable characters that made people laugh. However, behind the scenes, his life was far from perfect. Sellers struggled with personal demons and had a troubled private life. His relationships were often tumultuous, marked by his difficult personality and frequent conflicts with those close to him. Friends and family sometimes found it hard to connect with him, as he could be unpredictable and moody. This complexity made him a fascinating figure, as the laughter he created on screen contrasted sharply with the sadness and turmoil he faced in his personal life. The duality of his existence adds layers to his legacy, reminding us that even the most talented performers can carry deep struggles within. The laughter he brought to millions was often a mask for the pain he experienced, making his story all the more compelling. Notably, Christian Bale's intense method acting has been a hallmark of his career, often leading to critically acclaimed performances in a wide range of films. However, this dedication to his craft has also been accompanied by past controversies that have highlighted the complexities behind his celebrated performances. His intense preparation and immersion into his characters have sometimes led to public outbursts, which have garnered significant media attention. One such incident occurred in 2009, when Bale was involved in a highly publicized altercation with the cinematographer on the set of Terminator Salvation. The incident, which was caught on tape, showed Bale yelling at the cinematographer, Shane Hurlbut, for walking onto the set during a scene. The outburst was widely reported in the media, and it sparked a heated debate about the pressures of working in the film industry. Despite this incident, Bale has continued to be known for his intense preparation and dedication to his craft. He has undergone significant physical transformations for many of his roles, including his Oscar-winning performance in The Fighter, for which he lost a significant amount of weight to play the role of Dickie Eklund, a boxer struggling with addiction. He has also gained weight and muscle for roles such as Batman in Christopher Nolan's The Dark Knight trilogy. Bale's intense method acting has also led to reports of him staying in character, even when the cameras are not rolling. This level of dedication has earned him a reputation as one of the most intense and committed actors of his generation. However, it has also led to concerns about the toll that his craft takes on his mental and physical health. In addition to his intense preparation and dedication to his craft, Bale has also been known for his private and introverted personality. He has given few interviews and has kept his personal life largely out of the spotlight. This has led to a sense of mystery and intrigue surrounding the actor, which has only added to his reputation as a complex and enigmatic figure. Overall, Christian Bale's intense method acting and past controversies have highlighted the complexities behind his celebrated performances. While his dedication to his craft has earned him widespread critical acclaim, it has also led to concerns about the pressures and stresses of working in the film industry. Jack Nicholson's iconic status in Hollywood is indeed marked by a blend of remarkable talent and a history of unpredictable behavior. Known for his intense performances and memorable roles, Nicholson has captivated audiences for decades. However, his off-screen persona has sometimes overshadowed his on-screen achievements. One notable incident that raised eyebrows was a road rage episode that brought his tumultuous nature to the forefront. This incident showcased a side of Nicholson that many fans were not accustomed to seeing, contrasting sharply with the charismatic characters he often portrayed in films. His reputation for volatility has led to mixed feelings among fans and critics alike. While many admire his artistic contributions, others cannot overlook the darker moments that have punctuated his life. This complexity makes Nicholson a fascinating figure in Hollywood, embodying both the brilliance of a gifted actor and the unpredictability of a man who has faced his share of controversies. Charles Bronson's life off-screen was marked by personal troubles that starkly contrasted with the tough characters he portrayed in films. Known for his rugged looks and intense performances, Bronson often played roles that embodied strength and resilience. However, behind this tough exterior lay a complex personal life filled with struggles. He faced significant issues with substance abuse, which affected his relationships and overall well-being. His marriages and friendships were often tumultuous, revealing a man who grappled with his inner demons while trying to maintain a public persona of toughness. This duality makes Bronson a fascinating figure in Hollywood history. While audiences admired him for his roles in action films, few knew the depth of his personal challenges. His ability to channel these struggles into his performances added a layer of authenticity that resonated with many. This complexity contributes to the conversation about the most evil actors in Hollywood, as it highlights the contrast between his on-screen image and off-screen reality. Humphrey Bogart's cool on-screen presence made him a beloved figure in Hollywood, known for his roles in classic films like Casablanca and The Maltese Falcon. However, behind the scenes, his life was marked by conflicts and challenges that complicated his legendary status. Despite his tough guy image, Bogart often faced difficulties in his personal relationships and professional life. His strong personality sometimes clashed with directors and co-stars, leading to tensions on set. This complexity added depth to his characters, making them more relatable and real to audiences. Bogart's struggles with alcoholism and his tumultuous marriages also painted a picture of a man who was not just a star, but a flawed individual. The contrast between his calm demeanor on screen and the chaos of his off-screen life created a fascinating narrative. As he navigated the pressures of fame, Bogart's determination to maintain his reputation as a leading man often led to difficult choices. These behind-the-scenes conflicts remind us that even the most iconic actors face their own battles. Mickey Rourke's reputation in Hollywood is marked by his difficult and abrasive nature, both on and off set. Known for his intense performances, he has often clashed with directors and fellow actors, which complicates how the public views him. His disdain for certain roles has led to conflicts that sometimes overshadow his talent. Rourke has been vocal about his frustrations with the film industry, expressing a desire to take on more meaningful projects rather than what he considers superficial roles. This attitude has contributed to a perception of him as a rebellious figure, unafraid to speak his mind, which can be seen as both admirable and problematic. His tumultuous career includes notable highs and lows, with periods of both critical acclaim and personal struggle. This complexity makes Mickey Rourke a fascinating, if controversial, figure in Hollywood history, as his actions and attitudes continue to resonate with audiences and industry insiders alike. Gene Kelly's pursuit of perfection often led to creative clashes, transforming his dance projects into battle zones of ideas and disagreements. Known for his incredible talent as a dancer and actor, Kelly was a man who demanded excellence in every performance. His vision for dance was innovative, blending classical ballet with a more natural, athletic style that appealed to a broad audience. This ambition sometimes caused friction with choreographers and directors who had different ideas about how a scene should unfold. In his films, Kelly's insistence on achieving the best possible result meant he would push his fellow performers and crew to their limits. While this drive could lead to outstanding artistic achievements, it also created an atmosphere where tensions ran high. Many of his collaborators found themselves caught in the crossfire of his relentless quest for perfection. The rehearsals could become intense, with disagreements over choreography or staging. Despite these challenges, Kelly's work left a lasting impact on the world of musical films. His ability to convey emotion through dance and his innovative approach to choreography set new standards in Hollywood. The tension in his creative process, while at times contentious, ultimately contributed to the magic that defined his performances. Difficult behavior on set has become a notable aspect of Steven Seagal's career. Many reports from co-stars and crew members describe him as challenging to work with, often displaying a demanding attitude that created tension during filming. His reputation as an action hero has been overshadowed by these accounts, which reveal a more complex and troubling side to his personality. In addition to his on-set behavior, allegations of sexual harassment have further damaged his public image. Various individuals have come forward with claims against him, detailing inappropriate conduct that has led to serious discussions about his character and professionalism in the industry. These incidents have not only affected his relationships with colleagues, but have also influenced how audiences perceive him. The combination of difficult behavior and serious allegations has transformed the narrative surrounding Steven Seagal from that of a beloved action star to one marked by controversy and distrust. The impact of these issues continues to resonate in Hollywood, as discussions about accountability and respect in the industry grow louder. Cary Grant, known for his charm and elegance on screen, faced significant struggles off-screen that complicated his public persona. His battles with substance abuse were a hidden part of his life, contrasting sharply with the suave characters he portrayed in films. Despite his polished image, Grant dealt with personal demons that often left him feeling isolated and troubled. His tumultuous relationships, especially with his first wife, further added to the challenges he faced. The marriage was marked by emotional turmoil, which affected his mental health and overall well-being. Grant's desire to maintain a perfect image in Hollywood often clashed with the reality of his personal life. He worked hard to project a sense of confidence and sophistication, yet behind closed doors, he struggled with feelings of inadequacy and insecurity. This contrast between his on-screen persona and off-screen struggles paints a complex picture of the man behind the movies. Cary Grant's legacy is not just about his iconic roles, but also about the personal battles he fought throughout his life. During the production of Blade Trinity, Wesley Snipes' on-set behavior became a topic of discussion, highlighting the challenges faced by the cast and crew. Reports indicate that Snipes preferred to communicate using post-it notes instead of speaking directly to the director, David Goyer. This unusual method of communication created a tense atmosphere on set, as it hindered open dialogue and collaboration. Furthermore, there were allegations of a physical altercation between Snipes and Goyer, which added to the difficulties of filming. The friction between the actor and director reportedly stemmed from creative differences and frustrations over the film's direction. This situation not only affected the working environment, but also drew attention to the pressures that come with high-stakes productions. The overall vibe on set became strained, leading to a challenging experience for everyone involved. Despite these difficulties, the film ultimately made its way to audiences, but the behind-the-scenes drama left a lasting impression on those who witnessed it. Bruce Willis stands out in Hollywood for his tough guy roles and action-packed films. However, behind the scenes, he has gained a reputation for being grumpy and difficult to work with. Director Kevin Smith has openly shared his experiences, noting that working with Willis was challenging. Smith described moments where Willis's off-screen demeanor clashed with the heroic characters he portrayed. This contrast has led to a perception that the actor's on-screen charm does not always match his real-life personality. Many have found that his gruffness can create a tense atmosphere on set, which can affect the overall production. While Willis is celebrated for iconic roles in films like Die Hard, the stories of his challenging behavior remind us that even the biggest stars can have their flaws. This duality adds an intriguing layer to his legacy, making him a complex figure in the entertainment industry. The mix of his action hero image and off-screen grumpiness paints a picture of a man who is not just an actor, but a character in his own right. Despite his impressive performances in films like No Country for Old Men and Avengers: Infinity War, Josh Brolin's life off-screen has been marked by a series of troubles that paint a more complicated picture. His legal issues have included arrests for public intoxication and domestic disputes, which have raised eyebrows and sparked conversations about his character. This challenging demeanor often contrasts sharply with the heroic roles he portrays in movies. While audiences see him as a brave and noble figure on screen, the reality of his personal life adds a layer of controversy to his public image. Brolin's struggles with anger management and substance abuse have been well documented, leading to a perception of him as a troubled artist. This duality makes him a fascinating figure in Hollywood, as fans grapple with the conflict between the actor's on-screen heroism and off-screen challenges. His journey reflects the complexities of fame, where the line between the hero and the flawed human being can often blur. Kevin Costner has had a remarkable career in Hollywood, known for his celebrated roles in films such as Dances with Wolves and The Bodyguard. His performances have earned him numerous accolades, making him a beloved figure in the industry. However, behind the scenes, there are critiques of his personality that paint a different picture. Some colleagues describe him as egotistical, suggesting that he often puts his own interests above those of the cast and crew. This reputation has led to difficult interactions on set, where his strong opinions and desire for control can create tension among his peers. While many admire his talent and contributions to cinema, these contentious aspects of his career reveal a more complex side to the actor. His ability to draw audiences in with his charm and skill contrasts sharply with reports of challenging behavior, leaving a mixed legacy in Hollywood. This duality continues to spark discussions about the nature of fame and the personalities behind the roles that captivate audiences. Kevin Spacey's fall from celebrated actor to facing serious allegations of sexual misconduct and assault has deeply tarnished his legacy, reflecting a disturbing side of Hollywood. Once regarded as one of the finest talents in the film industry, Spacey earned numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards, for his compelling performances in films like American Beauty and The Usual Suspects. However, the public's admiration quickly turned to shock and dismay when multiple accusations emerged in 2017, alleging that he had engaged in inappropriate behavior with young men over several years. These revelations not only led to his dismissal from major projects, including the hit series House of Cards, but also resulted in legal battles and a significant loss of public trust. Spacey's actions prompted a broader conversation about the culture of silence and complicity in Hollywood, highlighting the need for accountability. The impact of these events has been profound, leaving a stain on his career and raising questions about the darker aspects of fame and power dynamics in the entertainment industry. As the story continues to unfold, it serves as a reminder of how quickly a celebrated figure can become a symbol of the industry's troubling realities. The once revered actor now stands as a cautionary tale, illustrating the complexities of celebrity, morality, and the consequences of unchecked behavior. The fallout from Spacey's actions has reverberated throughout Hollywood, leading to increased scrutiny and calls for change within the industry. Marlon Brando's legendary talent was matched by a notorious off-screen temperament, which often made headlines as much as his performances. Known for his intense portrayals in films like A Streetcar Named Desire and The Godfather, Brando was a master of his craft. However, his behavior off the set added layers of complexity to his iconic status. He was famous for his confrontations with directors and producers, often refusing to follow traditional Hollywood norms. This defiance sometimes led to conflicts that overshadowed his artistic achievements. His unpredictable nature made him a challenging figure in the industry. Brando's commitment to his roles was undeniable, but his reluctance to play the game of Hollywood stardom often put him at odds with those in power. This combination of brilliance and rebellion has left a lasting impact on the film industry, making him a symbol of artistic integrity and a source of controversy. His legacy continues to inspire and provoke discussion about the nature of fame and the price of artistic freedom. James Cagney's assertive personality and unfiltered boldness made him a straight-shooting force in Hollywood, leaving an indelible mark on both the screen and off-screen conversations. Known for his energetic performances, Cagney became a symbol of the tough guy image in American cinema. His ability to portray gritty characters, often with a blend of charm and menace, captivated audiences and set him apart from his peers. Cagney's roles in films like The Public Enemy and White Heat showcased his talent for playing ruthless gangsters, but it was his unique style and fierce determination that truly defined him. Off-screen, Cagney was just as outspoken. He was known for his strong opinions about the film industry and was not afraid to voice them. This assertiveness often put him at odds with studio executives, but it also earned him respect among his colleagues. His dedication to his craft and his refusal to conform to Hollywood norms made him a trailblazer. Cagney's legacy is not just in the characters he played, but also in the way he lived his life, embodying a spirit of defiance and authenticity that resonates even today. Often regarded as one of the greatest actors in Hollywood history, Spencer Tracy is remembered for his remarkable performances and powerful screen presence. However, behind the scenes, his life was marked by struggles that cast a shadow over his saintly image. Known for his incredible talent, Tracy also battled heavy drinking, which affected both his personal and professional life. His alcohol consumption often led to unpredictable behavior and temper tantrums, creating a challenging environment for those around him. Despite his on-screen charisma and the warmth he portrayed in films, his off-screen antics revealed a different side. Friends and colleagues sometimes found it difficult to work with him due to his volatile moods and the impact of his drinking. This duality in his character makes him a complex figure in Hollywood history, as he oscillated between being a beloved star and a troubled individual. His legacy is not just defined by his cinematic achievements, but also by the personal demons he faced, reminding us that even the most revered figures can have darker sides. Controversial remarks and allegations of domestic abuse have surrounded Jeremy Irons, challenging the polished public image he has maintained throughout his career. Known for his compelling performances in films and television, Irons has often been celebrated for his talent and charisma. However, discussions about his character have intensified due to his statements on sensitive topics and accusations that have emerged over time. These incidents have led to a re-examination of his persona, with many questioning whether his artistic contributions can overshadow the troubling aspects of his personal life. Critics argue that such remarks and allegations reveal a darker side, contrasting sharply with the sophisticated roles he often portrays. As debates continue, audiences are left grappling with the complexities of separating the artist from the individual. Irons' case exemplifies the ongoing conversation about morality in Hollywood, where the actions and words of actors can significantly impact their legacy and public perception. Martin Sheen faced significant challenges early in his career, particularly related to substance abuse. These struggles, while ultimately overcome, left a lasting impression on how people view him. Despite his remarkable talent and the celebrated roles he has played, such as in Apocalypse Now and The West Wing, the shadows of his past have influenced public perception. Many remember not just his performances but also the turmoil he faced off-screen. This duality creates a complex image of the actor. He is admired for his work and dedication but also viewed through the lens of his early battles. His journey through addiction and recovery adds depth to his character, making his achievements even more impressive. The challenges he overcame serve as a reminder of the human experience behind the fame. While he has triumphed in his career, the echoes of his past continue to shape the narrative around him, making him a compelling figure in Hollywood history. Johnny Depp has built a complex public image over the years, one that intertwines his celebrated acting career with a series of controversies that have marred his reputation. Known for his roles in films like Pirates of the Caribbean and Edward Scissorhands, Depp has received numerous accolades for his talent. However, his off-screen behavior has led to serious concerns. Reports of violence and destruction of property have surfaced, painting a troubling picture of the actor's personal life. Allegations of physical altercations, particularly during his tumultuous relationship with actress Amber Heard, have further complicated his standing in Hollywood. These incidents have not only affected his career, but have also sparked widespread media attention and public scrutiny. As fans and critics alike grapple with the duality of his persona, the shadow of his controversies looms large, challenging the legacy of one of Hollywood's most talented, yet troubled actors. John Wayne's persona as a tough, rugged cowboy made him a beloved figure in American cinema. However, this image of strength also contributed to a more complex and controversial legacy. Throughout his career, Wayne often portrayed characters that embodied traditional masculinity, standing up for values like honor and bravery. Yet, behind the scenes, his interactions with others sometimes reflected a harsher reality. He was known for his strong opinions, which he expressed openly, leading to conflicts with fellow actors and filmmakers. His views on various social issues, particularly regarding race and politics, stirred significant debate. Many admired his straightforward nature, while others found it troubling. This duality in Wayne's character, being both an icon of American ideals and a figure of controversy, highlights the complexity of his legacy. Despite his contributions to the film industry, the tough guy image he cultivated often overshadowed the more nuanced aspects of his personality and beliefs. Wayne's impact on Hollywood remains significant, but it is also marked by the contentious nature of his personal interactions. Gene Hackman's acclaimed acting career is marked by his extraordinary talent and versatility. He has delivered memorable performances in a range of films, from gripping dramas to thrilling action movies. Hackman's ability to portray complex characters has earned him numerous accolades, including 2 Academy Awards. His roles in films like The French Connection and Unforgiven showcase his skill in bringing depth to characters that often walk the line between hero and villain. However, this remarkable talent comes with a contrasting reputation. Off-screen, Hackman is known for being brusque and challenging, which complicates how people view his legacy. His straightforward nature and sometimes abrasive demeanor have led to stories of difficult interactions with directors and co-stars. This reputation can overshadow his artistic achievements, leaving a mixed impression of the actor. While many admire his work, others find his off-screen personality hard to reconcile with the characters he has portrayed. This duality makes Gene Hackman a compelling figure in Hollywood history. Despite being one of the most beloved figures in film history, Charlie Chaplin's legacy is not without its shadows. His comedic genius brought joy to millions, yet his personal life sparked significant controversy. One of the more troubling aspects of his life was his relationships with younger women. Chaplin's romantic entanglements often raised eyebrows, particularly his marriage to Mildred Harris when she was just 16 years old. This relationship, along with others, led to public scrutiny and criticism, complicating his image as a comic genius. Additionally, Chaplin faced political accusations that further tainted his reputation. His outspoken views on social issues and his criticism of capitalism led to suspicions about his political beliefs. In the 1940s, he became a target of the U.S. government during the Red Scare, accused of being a communist sympathizer. This political backlash forced him to leave the United States and settle in Switzerland, marking a significant turning point in his life and career. These controversies, alongside his remarkable contributions to film, create a complex portrait of a man who is both celebrated and criticized. Orson Welles, known for his groundbreaking film Citizen Kane, was a towering figure in Hollywood, both in stature and influence. His remarkable talent as an actor, director, and writer earned him immense respect, but his strong personality also stirred resentment among peers and critics. Welles had a commanding presence that captivated audiences, and his innovative storytelling techniques changed the landscape of cinema. However, his ambitious nature often led to conflicts with studio executives and fellow filmmakers. His early success in theater and radio, particularly with the infamous War of the Worlds broadcast, showcased his ability to provoke strong reactions. This talent for stirring emotions continued throughout his film career. Despite his genius, many found him difficult to work with, which contributed to his controversial reputation. Welles' larger-than-life persona and unyielding vision made him a polarizing figure in Hollywood, admired by some and resented by others. His legacy remains complex, reflecting the duality of his brilliance and the challenges he faced within the industry. Robert Duvall's exceptional talent is sometimes overshadowed by reports of difficult behavior on set and outspokenness, adding a layer of controversy to his legacy. He is known for his powerful performances in films like The Godfather and Apocalypse Now, where his ability to portray complex characters has earned him critical acclaim and numerous awards. However, his strong personality and candid opinions have led to clashes with directors and co-stars. Duvall's reputation for being difficult to work with has been discussed in many circles, making some filmmakers hesitant to cast him in certain roles. His outspoken nature extends beyond the screen, as he has shared his views on various social and political issues, often sparking debate. This blend of remarkable talent and contentious behavior creates a fascinating dynamic in his career. While many admire his artistry, others question the impact of his temperament on his professional relationships. His legacy remains a mix of brilliance and controversy, reflecting the complexities of an artist who has left an indelible mark on Hollywood. Known for his gruff exterior, Ernest Borgnine carved a unique niche in Hollywood with his powerful performances and memorable characters. His tough demeanor often led co-stars to perceive him as challenging to work with. Borgnine was unapologetic about his approach to acting, which sometimes created tension on set. This reputation for being difficult stood in stark contrast to his immense talent and ability to bring complex characters to life. His roles range from the lovable yet troubled Marty in the film of the same name to the ruthless and menacing characters in various television shows and movies. Borgnine's distinctive voice and commanding presence made him a standout performer. Despite his tough image, he had a deep passion for his craft, which he approached with seriousness and dedication. This combination of gruffness and talent made Borgnine a memorable figure in Hollywood history. His legacy continues to influence actors and filmmakers alike, showcasing the complexity of personalities behind the camera. Reportedly, Sylvester Stallone has a reputation for being brash and confrontational, which adds a complex layer to his Hollywood image. Known for his tough guy roles in films like Rocky and Rambo, this persona sometimes spills over into his interactions off-screen. Fans and co-stars have shared experiences that reveal a side of Stallone that contrasts sharply with the characters he plays. There are stories of him being difficult during film shoots, where his assertiveness could lead to tense moments with cast and crew alike. This challenging aspect of Stallone's personality has led some to label him as difficult to work with. While many admire his dedication to his craft, others find his approach to collaboration less than ideal. His brashness can come across as intimidating, creating an atmosphere that is not always welcoming. Such encounters have sparked discussions about the balance between an actor's on-screen charisma and their off-screen behavior. Stallone's interactions highlight the often complicated dynamics of fame and the pressures that come with being a leading figure in Hollywood. Warren Beatty is known for his charm and charisma, which have made him a legendary figure in Hollywood. His reputation as a ladies' man is well documented, with numerous high-profile relationships that have captured public attention. This aspect of his life often overshadows his work as an actor and director. Many people remember him not just for his roles in classic films, but also for his romantic entanglements. In addition to his personal life, Beatty's directorial style has been described as demanding and intense. He is known for having high expectations and a strong vision for his films. This has led to some controversy on set, as actors and crew members sometimes found his approach challenging. While this method has produced critically acclaimed films, it has also sparked debate about his treatment of others in the industry. Despite these controversies, Beatty's contributions to cinema are significant. He has been involved in both acting and directing for decades, earning numerous awards and nominations. His films often explore complex themes and characters, showcasing his talent and creativity. However, the focus on his personal life and directorial style can overshadow the artistic achievements he has made throughout his career. Tom Cruise's off-screen behavior has often drawn attention, contributing to a controversial public image that contrasts sharply with his immense Hollywood success. Known for his dedication to his craft, Cruise has also established strict rules in his personal relationships. These rules sometimes appear to dictate how he interacts with friends, family, and romantic partners, leading to speculation and criticism from the media and fans alike. In addition to his personal conduct, Cruise's vocal support for Scientology has further complicated his public persona. His commitment to the Church of Scientology has been a point of contention, with many questioning the influence it has on his life and career. Critics argue that his beliefs and the way he promotes them create a divide between him and the general public. This has led to a perception of Cruise as a polarizing figure in Hollywood, where his talent and box office draw are often overshadowed by the controversies surrounding his personal life and beliefs. Despite the mixed opinions about him, Cruise remains one of the most recognizable and successful actors in the industry. His ability to perform in high-stakes action films and dramatic roles has solidified his status as a leading man. However, the juxtaposition of his cinematic achievements against his off-screen behavior continues to spark debates about the nature of celebrity and the expectations placed on public figures. Known for his iconic comedic roles, Mike Myers has made a significant impact on Hollywood through films like Wayne's World and Austin Powers. However, behind the scenes, he has faced criticism for his behavior. Reports suggest that he has issues with controlling those around him, leading to a reputation for being difficult to work with. One notable incident involved him firing an employee simply for making eye contact. This action raised eyebrows and sparked discussions about his off-screen personality. Such behavior has jeopardized the beloved public image he built through years of entertaining audiences. While fans adore his comedic talent, these revelations paint a more complex picture of the actor. The contrast between his on-screen charm and off-screen challenges raises questions about the pressures of fame and how it can affect personal relationships and professional dynamics. As the world continues to celebrate his work, the darker aspects of his character remind us that not all stars shine without shadows. Jerry Lewis was a giant in the world of comedy, known for his unique style and energetic performances. His comedic brilliance brought laughter to millions, but behind the scenes, his life was filled with personal struggles. He had tumultuous relationships with friends and family that often left a mark on his career. Many people who worked with him spoke of his strict demeanor and harsh treatment, leading to accusations of cruelty. These darker aspects of his personality sometimes overshadowed his contributions to comedy. While he was celebrated for his roles in films and television, the complexity of his character revealed a man who battled his own demons. The contrast between his public persona and private life paints a complicated picture of a man who, despite his success, faced many challenges. His legacy remains a mix of laughter and controversy, showcasing the duality of an artist who was both beloved and criticized. Celebrated for his confidence and charm, Clark Gable remains one of the most iconic figures in Hollywood history. His on-screen presence captivated audiences, making him a leading man in numerous classic films. However, behind the scenes, Gable's life was not as glamorous as it seemed. He faced gossip and rumors about his difficult relationships with co-stars, which sometimes overshadowed his remarkable talent. Many described him as having a reputation for arrogance, which created a divide between him and some of his colleagues. This perception of him as difficult to work with contrasted sharply with the charming characters he portrayed on screen. Despite his legendary status, these whispers of discontent highlighted the complexities of his personality and relationships in the film industry. Gable's legacy is thus marked not only by his unforgettable performances, but also by the intricate dynamics that defined his interactions with others in Hollywood. Wallace Beery's Hollywood charm was undeniable, captivating audiences with his larger-than-life performances. However, this charm often stood in stark contrast to his tumultuous off-screen life. Beery's personal life was marked by scandal, with a series of contentious relationships that complicated his legacy. His reputation as a difficult actor to work with became well known, leading to conflicts with directors and co-stars alike. These disputes often overshadowed his talent, creating a complex image of a man who could be both a brilliant performer and a challenging personality. His relationships were frequently marred by drama and controversy, further complicating how he was viewed in Hollywood. Beery's struggles with alcohol and his volatile temper contributed to a reputation that was less than flattering. Despite his success in film, including notable roles in classics, the darker aspects of his character often took center stage in discussions about his life. This duality makes Wallace Beery a fascinating yet troubled figure in Hollywood history, leaving a legacy that is as much about his personal battles as it is about his cinematic achievements. Chuck Norris has built a reputation as a tough action star, known for his martial arts skills and roles in films like Way of the Dragon and the television series Walker, Texas Ranger. However, his off-screen views and some controversial remarks reveal a different side. Norris has been vocal about his political beliefs, often aligning with conservative viewpoints. His opinions have sparked debates, particularly around topics like gun control and foreign policy. Reports of difficult interactions with fans and colleagues also contribute to a more complex image. Some have described him as unapproachable or dismissive, contrasting sharply with the friendly persona many expect from a beloved action hero. This disparity between his on-screen persona and off-screen behavior raises questions about the true nature of celebrity. While Norris may embody strength and heroism in films, his real-life views and interactions suggest a man who is not easily categorized. The complexities surrounding his character challenge the notion of the perfect hero, leaving audiences to ponder the realities behind the larger-than-life figure. Lee Marvin's life was not just about the tough guy roles he played on screen. Behind that rugged exterior lay a personal life filled with struggles. He faced many challenges, including substance abuse issues that affected his relationships and overall well-being. Marvin's tough persona in films like The Dirty Dozen and Point Blank often overshadowed the more troubled aspects of his life. His experiences in World War II left deep scars, which contributed to his complex personality. This background made him a compelling actor, but it also led to difficulties in his personal relationships. He was known for being intense and sometimes difficult to work with, which reflected his inner turmoil. Friends and colleagues often noted that his off-screen life was a stark contrast to the characters he portrayed. The shadows of his troubled personal life often lingered over his career, revealing a man who was as complex and flawed as the roles he took on. Known for his strong performances and the embodiment of American decency, Henry Fonda was a beloved figure in Hollywood. However, many were surprised to learn that beneath his calm and composed exterior lay a more complex personality. Fonda's portrayal of characters often reflected integrity and moral strength, making him a staple in classic American cinema. Yet, behind the scenes, he could exhibit unexpected outbursts that revealed a different side of him. These moments of frustration or anger contrasted sharply with the dignified roles he played on screen. Fonda's ability to channel deep emotions into his performances was remarkable, but it also hinted at the inner turmoil he sometimes faced. His colleagues and friends noted that while he was generally reserved, there were instances when his patience would wear thin, leading to passionate reactions. This complexity made him a fascinating figure as he navigated the pressures of fame and the expectations of his audience. His legacy is not just that of a man who represented decency, but also of someone who grappled with the challenges of his craft. Mickey Rooney's off-screen behavior often created a stark contrast to the wholesome image he portrayed in films. Known for his energetic performances and charming smile, Rooney's personal life was marked by controversies and abrasive interactions. His relationships were tumultuous, with multiple marriages and public disputes that caught the attention of tabloids. Rooney had a reputation for being difficult to work with, often clashing with directors and co-stars. This abrasive nature sometimes overshadowed his impressive talents, leading to a complicated legacy. Despite his success in Hollywood, Rooney faced legal and financial troubles, which added to the drama surrounding his life. He was involved in disputes over his finances and had a few run-ins with the law. These incidents revealed a more contentious side to the actor, contrasting sharply with the innocent characters he often played. While he was a beloved figure in classic cinema, his off-screen antics painted a different picture, making him a complex figure in Hollywood history. Val Kilmer's journey in Hollywood is marked by a complex mix of talent and controversy. Known for his memorable performances in films like Top Gun and The Doors, Kilmer's acting skills have often been overshadowed by his reputation for being difficult on set. Directors such as Joel Schumacher and John Frankenheimer have openly discussed their struggles while working with him. These experiences have contributed to a narrative that paints Kilmer as a challenging figure in the industry. Despite his undeniable talent and the iconic roles he has played, this difficult reputation has affected how audiences and critics view his legacy. Kilmer's clashes with directors and co-stars have led to stories of on-set tension, which can overshadow his artistic contributions. While he has delivered powerful performances, the behind-the-scenes drama has often taken center stage in discussions about his career. This has led to a tarnished legacy that may not fully reflect his abilities as an actor. As time goes on, it becomes clear that Val Kilmer's story is one of both remarkable talent and significant challenges, leaving a lasting impact on Hollywood. Celebrated for his unique style of filmmaking, Woody Allen has made a significant mark on the film industry with his distinctive blend of humor, romance, and philosophical musings. However, his artistic achievements are often overshadowed by serious personal controversies that have emerged over the years. Allegations of molestation have been a central issue, particularly concerning his relationship with his adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow. These claims have sparked widespread debate and have led to intense scrutiny of his personal life. Furthermore, ethical concerns regarding his relationships and the dynamics of his family have complicated his legacy. As a result, many fans and critics find themselves grappling with the dichotomy of appreciating his cinematic contributions while also confronting the troubling aspects of his personal life. This complex interplay of art and morality continues to influence how Woody Allen is perceived in Hollywood and beyond.